think I'm done with these dreadlocks, man. Should I cut them? Hey, man, they're so annoying. I'm kind of done with them. Okay. Should I cut them like this? I know most of you guys are already on a keyboard ready to type, bro, you about to cut your dreadlocks. So this doesn't look good. Y'all see that right there? Look at it, it's right there. Like I said, you want to get it where it starts at, not where it ends at. Welcome back to another video of Activerse, the universe. Today is a new day. Hey, and we got a what? We got a banger. We got a banger. We got a banger. Banger. Let's go. Let's go. Alright guys, today what I'm going to be doing is how to trim your dreadlocks. This is a tutorial slash advice and tips on how to do this. Indeed, when you are bleaching your hair and doing stuff to your hair that'll make your hair, the end of it, loose. So before we get into it, you know what we gotta do. I want to announce the last best comment that I seen on the last video, and the winner for that jewelry reward is... boom, that's you, man. You want some jewelries, man? Make sure you DM me on my Instagram at Activerse to get your jewelry. And also, we have a sponsor for this video, which is Activerse.com. You guys don't know what Activerse is. Activerse is a hair jewelry, which you can use it for dreadlocks, braids, double braids, two-strand twist, curly hair, and different things for men and women, and is basically one of the best hair jewelry you ever will purchase. A lot of people have been buying it, a lot of people have been loving it, so don't forget to get yours. And guys, I know the setup back here doesn't look as good as it used to be. It's because we moved to our new place. We just got a new apartment in Phoenix, Arizona. We used to live in Peoria, Arizona. So for anybody that lives in Arizona, by the way, hit me up on my DMs and stuff like that. I want to collab with y'all. I want to show y'all some love if y'all out here, and in the future I'm gonna be flying out some people also, so wait for that, man. There ain't no cap. We haven't even got our bed. We sleep on the floor. On the floor? Yeah. We got rid of everything that we had. The furnitures, the TVs, TV stand, bed, the couch, everything, and just start anew. That's the best feeling ever, actually. Yeah, let me give you all the tips that whenever you're dealing with this, how to trim your dreadlocks. This quite often happens, and I'm gonna show you what I'm talking about before I even get into it. Like right here, you will see it making like an L shape, like it's literally like snapped. This right here happens mainly because of the bleach that I've been doing recently, and also for those of you guys that wash your hair a lot, this happens. And this is when basically whenever the water goes through your dreadlocks and it comes down to the tip of it, it pulls some hair down. When it pulls some hair down, what it does is that it kind of like detangles some of the hair, and basically almost like, you know, when you're drying something after you wash it, like a towel or a rug, all the wet part would be on the bottom, so that'll be the heavier part of the towel because it contains the water still. And it's kind of like that when it comes to dreadlocks. Whenever you're putting products and everything in, the end of the dreadlocks is the thinnest one, and so you know, gravity and everything with the water, what it does is it pulls down your hair, and as it pulls down your hair, of course it becomes thin because the dreadlock is supposed to be ending like somewhere around here, but it ended up being pulled down by the water or by different things that you guys have used before. And so now this part is very thin, is very curly, and some of you guys may even deal with the curliness on the bottom of your hair, and you may think like, dang, I got some curly hair, and you do. There was one time that I showed people that how to blunt their tips, but there comes a point where you have to depart from your dreadlocks because it's been stripped away by the bleach. And what I mean is, right here you see some videos right here of people that have over bleached their hair, and basically their hair can't even be connected, can't even be blunted back to the dreadlocks because it has lost so much of the strength that it had. So it's literally basically like, you know, a hair has its own strength to it, you know, just like how a spider web has its own strength to it, has its own strength, but after you keep bleaching it, you thinning the whole thing out to where it can't even hold anymore. It can't even go back to the dreadlocks anymore, and that's when you separate with it by saying goodbye. I'm just gonna say never, but that would make sense. So guys, my advice whenever you're bleaching your hair, don't over bleach your hair. Be careful on the tips. This is where the very thin part of your dreadlocks is. Meaning thin doesn't really mean like you take one hair from here and you take one hair from here and the bottom is thin. That's not what I'm talking about. Thin as in like it doesn't have much hair down there locking up and holding itself. It has like, let's say this is thick, right? This is the amount of dreadlocks that's combining up here, right? Like up here, and this is thin, meaning that it doesn't have that many hair to hold itself together, and so it's thinned out. Now when you bleach your hair, guess what happened? It literally gets into the whole thing right off the back like that, and it's just like, it doesn't need as much time that you apply for this thick one to this one, so it ends up basically parting away from your dreadlocks. And some of you guys have experienced, if you guys have bleached your hair, some of you guys will experience in the future, and some of you guys have maybe experiencing without bleaching your hair the thinness of your bottom because of the water weight. And so today I'm gonna be dealing with both sides. First thing first is I'm gonna be showing you guys how to blunt your tips, and this is the easy way to avoid it if your hair is not stripping away from a bleach. If it's just a black, or even if you have dyed it and it has not, you know, got to that point yet, this is how to recover it. So go get your crochet needle, and I'm gonna show you right now. So I'm gonna pull this hair out right here. So right here you see the L shape is like it's been broken basically, like, but it's not like, you know, done, like it's like broken, like it's not working anymore. You can try to straighten it out, but it's just like the weakness of it just doesn't let it just stay there. So what I'm gonna do, guys, is I'm gonna blunt the tip by folding it to where it breaks at. Like literally it's be like this like all the time. Like it don't matter if I try to do this or anything like that. Maybe even if you wash your hair and let it sit down, that's the only way to just straighten it out, because the water, like I said, would literally pull it down like that. But of course it's thin already, so if the water's pulling it down, it's gonna make it even thinner. So watch this. So to start off, you want to just, you know, go in like that by folding it where it broke at, like literally where it's like making that shape. And also you want to test out if this part of it is thin also. So you want to combine a thin with thin so it can be thick. You don't want to combine a thin one with thick one unless that's the only option you have. So I have a thin, and also this part of it is a thin. So I'm gonna put it like that. I'm gonna go in and out of it from, you know, from the opposite side, and that's the point of crochet needle, to pull the hair from the opposite side into the dreadlocks, from the opposite side that you poked from basically. So let's do it. So this is literally how it goes. So you see right there, it already start holding it because I start pulling the hair from this side to the other side. And I just did this part, and you see this loophole, like a loophole kind of thing right there going on, and that'll be gone once I get to that part. So, and this is how you practice easily too, by blunting your tip. You learn how to use crochet needle. You got to be careful also that you don't, it's a needle, so you know, when you're trying to go fast or anything like that, you may end up putting it in between your nail. Like I've heard people that put it in between your nail and it went inside, and literally it broke off the nail. So you don't want to do that. You don't want to rush to it. Once you get used to it, you know, you can start rushing to it. It's almost like cutting a knife, right? You start cutting a knife in the beginning, you don't want to rush to it because you're gonna end up chopping your fingers. But after a while, you get used to it. You become like a low-key chef at the crib, and you start going a little faster. So far, this is what I got going on, and this is another trick to do so that the hair can be, you know, attached really good without you having to do with a lot of the crochet needle. You just go palm roll method, and basically this, what it does is kind of dims down the hair to where it allows it now to connect by itself, on itself. So you can even leave it at this, because you know, I firmly believe that it will end up connecting itself. If it's pointing out like that, that's when you come with the crochet needle. And this is like a part of the hair that is really bleached, so I got to be careful not to strip away a lot of hair, because it's already dry. You know, it's already, whenever you bleach your hair, it becomes dry, so it's already dry. So I don't want to touch it too much to where like it's done. So boom, and give it the friction, and there you have it. That's how you blunt your tips. Better way to see it. See it? So that's the first way to do it. The second way is actually to strip out the hair that is already done. If it is a black, like you've never dyed it before, and it looks healthy and stuff like that, go ahead for the blunt method, and that's why I showed you that first, because that's the first option that you have. The last option and the second option that you have is to actually cut it off and strip it away, and I'm gonna show you how to do that the perfect and the right way so that you don't damage the rest of your dreadlocks. Okay, so right here I'm able to find a dreadlock that literally is like on the brinks of it going away. So I'm gonna pull that out to show y'all what that looks like. So right here there is the thinness of it right there. You see it very thin, it's barely holding, it's literally like going away because of the bleach. Right here is actually pretty thick because this is, I think, what I blunted last time, and I can tell by the way it kind of like curves in like that. I can see that this is the last time what I blunted, but the blunt didn't get to where it was really thin, and so basically this ended up happening. So I've seen a lot of people, you know, try to pull their dreadlocks like this, like that, and like, you know, get rid of it. And I think that's a one way to do it. What I would recommend you to do would be like get some scissors. You know, it's the only way. I know whenever, you know, scissors and dreadlocks doesn't go, you can't mention dreadlocks and scissors in the same sentence. It's a sin against the dreadlock community. But I'm mentioning it this time just to show you guys how to deal with this. I know most of you guys are gonna say, like, already on a keyboard ready to type, bro, you about to cut your dreadlocks. Bro, just get rid of them dreadlocks, start new again. I understand those comments still, but my boy, calm down. I ain't doing that yet, okay? Oh, I'm not doing that ever. Let's get to this. So you see this right here, the part that's stripping away. The only scissor I was able to find was a tool scissor. So this doesn't look good. You know, like I said, dreadlock with scissor doesn't really work good. So right here, you'll see the thickness of it, and you don't see much through it. And watch till it gets to, watch till you start seeing the dreadlock see through. Y'all see that right there? Look at it, it's right there. You don't see it? Here, I'm gonna get closer, okay? Cause you tripping, I see it. You see that? That part right there? See how thin that is? That's thick. Thin, thick, 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 that keeps going down the line. The thin part you see literally through right there. So that's the part that's parting off. So now I know, and now you know where it starts at, and so that's where we're gonna go chop it at. That's where literally right there. Like I said, you want to get it where it starts at, not where it ends at. Boom. See that? Boom, right? Take that out. Throw that in the trash. I'm just kidding. You can keep it, you know, put it on somewhere. Or you try to, like I said, if this part is like very stripped away, it would never reconnect. Normally I told you guys I'll fold it and blend tip it. But I'm showing you guys like if this part is like done, what to do. But on this instant, for example, I'll just go like this and then reconnect it. So kind of combing it out, the thick part, so that I'll be able to connect them. Boom. See that? It's part of it now. So what I would do now is I would just crochet needle it for just a little bit and palm roll it like I showed you guys earlier. Palm roll is one of my favorite rolls also, or my favorite method to